You might be surprised to hear that I'm again high on Minnesota. I do it every year. I do this to myself.
It's a tough case this year. I admit it, and I think they're dependably pretty good. It's a tough case this year.
I'm doing this to myself this year. I have no one to blame but myself. Like I said in part 1, I look forward to commiserating 6 months from now after another 4 or 5 loss season for Minnesota.
Sure.
That's just the way this thing goes. But I'm saying this again because I did actually do this. I did pre-schedule the Zoom call for December. The Minnesota football support Zoom. All are welcome to join.
Okay.
Email solidverbal@gmail.com. I will set it up so you get an invite like 48 hours before it goes off. I'm 100% serious about this because this is more for me than it is for you. I'm going to need this level of support because they're going to do this to me again. I know it.
Okay.
Over under is 7.5.
You're just going to talk to people about Mo Ibrahim? What are you going to talk about on this?
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm going to talk about Drake Lindsey is what I'm going to do.
Okay, continue. He's 6'5".
Minnesota is the but also team of the Big Ten.
Okay.
Because the team has, to some degree, underachieved, yes. But also, the culture seems like it's really strong, and it's generally a stable program. Yeah.
Is PJ Fleck still doing the, like, rewards? Wasn't that a thing in the locker room? He, like, gives out, like, elite points.
Oh, yeah. I got to believe so. I mean, there's not like a goofy highbrow concept that
Well, today an elite day. Continue.
is above PJ Fleck.
Yeah, continue.
He's game for all of it. But like good culture.
Mm-hmm.
They, I think this year figured to fly a bit under the radar, but they're also okay with being a sleeper team. I think that suits them and the culture that they've built. I think it's an offense that's going to look different, but also one that's got enough pieces back to still be pretty intriguing. And it is a team with a lot of questions, to your point, but also they've got a pretty good schedule.
That's true.
So which side of the coin are you on here? I know where I'm at. Where are you at?
I'm decently high on Minnesota overall. Like you said, they get Purdue, they get Rutgers, whatever you think of Rutgers, they get Michigan State, and they get Northwestern. It's pretty good in terms of what they can get.
Yeah.
Obviously, they get Wisconsin end of the year. We'll see where the Badgers are there. They miss Penn State and Michigan, I believe, but get Oregon, Iowa, Ohio State. It's a tough threesome.
It's tough.
It's a very difficult variable team to me. That like, okay, we're working in a new defensive coordinator, like a new defensive line, a new quarterback. We'll see at running back. There's a lot of talent at running back. When Minnesota is working in 2 new lines and a new defensive coordinator and a new quarterback, it tells me, yes, they're a bowl team, but they're probably going to lose a game or 2 that they wouldn't ordinarily lose. So I think I'm in like a 7-5 zone with Minnesota.
The offensive side of the ball is where I have the questions.
Yeah.
And there are a couple of reasons for it. The first is you lose Daniel Jackson out wide. It leaves a pretty big hole. And not an easy one that they're going to fill. Obvious question. I do like the running back room as well. Darius Taylor, he's back. However, this is a rushing attack last season, 129th in yards before contact.
Yeah. It wasn't
to the point of the line.
Good running back, not a good rushing attack. Yeah.
Not a good rushing attack. So I do think the line's going to be better, but that, they got to fix that. They got to get some push up there. And then third, maybe I should have brought this up first, is Drake Lindsey, the new quarterback. 6'5", 230. He's a big kid, redshirt freshman. The measurables, I think the arm talent are all there. The experience is definitely not. He's thrown something like 5 college passes. So it's been a minute since Minnesota had anything going explosively on the passing side of the offense. They were 133rd in the nation there last year. The hope is that he can take the torch from Max Brosmer and build upon whatever.
Can only build on it. Can't get much worse in terms of passing the ball downfield. Yeah.
Listen, Max Brosmer, to his credit, finished very strongly last season.
That's true.
So perhaps they can build on some of that momentum, and Drake Lindsey can take the baton and they can keep going forward. But again, there are real questions there. Absolutely, that's the case. I feel better about the defense. There are losses on that side of the ball as well, including Corey Heatherman, the coordinator who went down to Miami. But They're promoting from within. There's enough back from like a top 15 caliber defense. Again, I think they should be pretty good. Coy Parrish at safety is ridiculous. I like him a lot. So there's stuff here that I think you can build upon, but yet questions, but also they're the but also team. But also the 7.5 win total is something you look at given the schedule. You do mention the games at Ohio State, Iowa, Oregon, Nebraska mixed in there. Those are kind of the 4 big ones, but Michigan State could be interesting. Wisconsin for the rivalry could be interesting. Week 1 game against your Buffalo Bulls could be interesting. Who knows?
Very interesting. Yeah.
I think barring a disaster, some kind of like transcendent performance by Drake Lindsey or one of those two extremes. Yeah, it's a 7 or 8 win team.
That's where I am.
It's a 7 or 8 win team. But I like Drake Lindsey, and I'm excited to see what they can do with Darius Taylor this year because I think they need to rely a little bit more upon him until Drake Lindsey gets it figured out.
Yep.